Hello, fans, and welcome to This Day in Baseball, where we're going to bring you a full radio broadcast of today's game. And before we do that, I just want to thank Classic Baseball Radio, and there's a link in the notes where you can check out their full channel. They have many great radio broadcasts. And while you're listening to today's game, if you want to check out much more about the game and the players, look on the links below, and you're going to see links to player pages, the date the game happened, the year it happened, and the play-by-play. Enjoy the game, and check out the links while you're watching the game, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that every time new content comes out, you're going to get that firsthand. And thank you again for checking out This Day in Baseball, and enjoy the game.
Everybody, this is Bob Delaney back at Yankee Stadium, where the Yankees are just now taking the field for the start of the second game. Going for Washington will be Pete Burnside, and Bouton will be pitching for the Yankees, making his debut as a starting pitcher with New York. Washington has Pearsall in center, O'Connell at third, Hicks in left, Long at first, King in right, Johnson the shortstop, Schmidt catching, Cartier at second, and Burnside pitching. Well, the Yankees have their right-hand hitting unit in, with Richardson at second, Boyer at third, Maris in right, Mantle in center, Howard catching, Scour in first base, Lopez in left, Fresh the shortstop, and Bouton pitching. Washington beat the Yankees in the first game 4-2, with Stenhouse being the winning pitcher, and the losing pitcher, Ralph Terry, the starter. Other scores in the American League in the first game of a doubleheader: Boston beat Chicago 3-2. Baltimore and Los Angeles at L.A. just getting underway. Cleveland at Kansas City at the end of 4. Cleveland 1, Kansas City nothing. At the end of 3, Minnesota 5, Detroit 3. The Twins are on the move, and the Tigers are having difficulty getting untracked. Phillies 5, Mets 3, end of 7. Los Angeles and Pittsburgh, postponed rain. San Francisco and Chicago at the end of 7. The Giants on the winning ways again, 7-1 they lead. St. Louis at Cincinnati at the end of 6. The Reds 3, St. Louis nothing. Houston and Milwaukee not yet started. Here's Pearsall taking the first pitch from Bouton inside, ball 1. Now let's pick up Mel Allen, who will be carrying you along with the play-by-play in the second game. Pitch to Jimmy Pearsall is low, ball 2. Jimmy batting .214. Two balls, no strikes. Now the delivery is outside, ball 3. Jim Bouton, who has relieved once this year, worked 3 innings, delivers, and it's low for ball 4. Pearsall draws the walk. And Jim stops to talk to Danny O'Connell to tell him what Bouton's got. How the ball is moving. Also to check with him on the sign. Jimmy Pearsall on first base. Now the pitch. Curve. It's in there for the strike. Bouton was signed by the Yankees. He went to Western Michigan University. He's from Ridgewood, New Jersey. He had a pretty good knuckleball to begin with. Good curve, which he just threw. Next pitch is a curve low outside. Ball 1, 1-1. In the first game, Dave Stenhouse made his first major league start and won. Who had to have help from Steve Hamilton. Didn't have to have help. He's taking out for a pinch hitter. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. There is a difference. The pinch hitter is Gene Woodling. He homered. It tied the score, and they went on and won it 4-2. Danny O'Connell at bat. Nothing for 4 in the opener. The pitch, curve high. 2-2. A new pitcher, or a pitcher new to a batter, represents a challenge, and it also represents the same point umpire. Let's kind of get used to the way the ball moves and breaks. And the pitch, swung on a ground ball. Richardson up with it, throws to second for 1, back on to first, 2. You never thought that would be a double play as you sat here and looked at it. In fact, you thought it might be a base hit because of the fact that Richardson broke to second. A hit and run was on. Kershaw broke, and Richardson started to go. The ball was hit behind Richardson, so he stopped and on the brakes, went to his left, scooped the ball up, fired on to Tresh, and Tresh back to Cowan. Now Joe Hicks is the batter. Left-hand hitter. Jim Bouton's pitch is into the dirt through a knuckler. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Next delivery, fastball in there. Bouton's knuckler, unlike the great flutter ball of Hoyt Wilhelm, breaks, which breaks big. Bouton's acts like a spitter. Next delivery, low and inside, ball 2. That is, it breaks sharply down, left and right. Quick and sharp rather than a big flutter like Wilhelm's knuckler. Bouton has a better than average fastball. Good curve. The 2-1 pitch to Hicks. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 2-2. It would have been interesting if the managers had so desired to have pitted Bouton against Stenhouse in the opener, each making first major league start. You know, just for kicks. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Getting real cloudy now. And the pitch is high and away. 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Big gap in left center for the left-handed hitting Joe Hicks. The pitch is curved inside, ball 4. Hicks walks. And thus the pattern is the same now as it was in the first game of the first inning. He walked with 2 outs. And one of the highlights, or turning point, stole second when Blanchard couldn't get the ball out of the mitt fast enough to throw down for what might have been a 3rd out, and then Dale Long doubled in a run. Dale Long is up there now. Long drove in 2 runs first game. Swings and fouls it back. Strike 1. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, hit off the pitcher, out to off the glove of Tresh. In addition, hit off the leg or glove of Bouton. Tresh went over to try to field it, and he went off his glove, but then he recovered. Now it's starting to rain. That scored as a hit. As Jim King comes up. Jim King. Nothing for 4 in the opener. Batting 304. The rain is coming down. We'll have to call time in a moment. Here's the pitch. High outside, ball 1. Raining kind of hard. John Flaherty looks up. Takes a look at the situation. Rain last Sunday, too, just before the start of the second game. Hicks on second, Long on first. Bouton to the stretch. And the pitch swung on, a high fly ball in the left. Hector Lopez is under it and has it. Side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. End of the first half, the first inning of the second game. Washington nothing. New York coming to bat. Half of the first inning. Pete Burnside making his 5th appearance of the year. All start. He won 2 and lost 1. Bobby Richardson at bat. Burnside, a left-hander, delivers right over. Strike 1. The 1-strike pitch. Inside, ball 1, 1-1. Still a light drizzle. Bobby batting .276. Was hitless in the first game. Now the Burnside offering is fouled off. To the right of the plate, strike 2, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is swung on, lined over short into left center for a base hit. And it bounces, and Bobby turns first, heads for second. And goes in with a stand-up double as it bounced off the glove of Joe Hicks in left. Hicks did a good job of getting over to cut the line drive off after it hit the ground. Richardson doubles to left. His 6th two-bagger. And here's Clete Boyer, returned to the number 2 spot in the order. With the left-hander working. The pitch to the right-hand batter, swung on and popped up. Out back at second. Chuck Cartier under it, back on the grass, and has it for the first out in the last half of the first inning. Now Roger Maris comes up, hitting .293. Maris had 2 doubles in the opener and 4 trips. No score. Last of the first. Pete Burnside to the stretch. And the pitch to Rod. High and inside. Ball 1. Yankees lost the opener to the Senators 4-2. Burnside ready, and the 1-0 pitch over the outside corner, strike 1. Yankees have played only .500 ball at home, 4-4. They're 9-3 on the road. They just turned it around. It's axiomatic in baseball. You can be 9-3 at home, so-called, and play .500 ball on the road, you're all right. Here's the delivery. Swung on. There's a high drive to deep right field. That ball is going. It is gone. Bouton scores, and Roger Maris comes home with his 5th home run of the year. And he has 13 runs batted in, tying Mantle and Howard for the team lead in RBIs. Mantle in the opener had 2 out of 4, including a tremendous homer, 32 rows back up into the bleachers. But in a losing cause. Batting right-handed now against Burnside. They pitch to Mick, and strike 1. 4 of the 5 home runs hit by Maris have been off Washington pitching. The 1-strike pitch now to Mick. Swung on, there's a drive to deep right field. It is going, it is gone. Back, M&M. Mantle heading to the opposite field. And it's 3-0 New York. Mantle's 5th homer, 14 runs batted in. Here's Elston Howard, batting .258. Burnside's delivery is high, ball 1. The pitch to Elston Howard, swung on and missed, strike 1. That's the second time this year that the Yankees have hit back-to-back homers. Boyer and Maris did it on April 28th against Washington, and the Yankees 10-3 win over the Senators down there. In fact, the Yankees hit 3 in that inning. Boyer and Maris hit back-to-back homers. Howard hits the slow tap to second, Trotter up with it, flips to Dale Long. And they're 2 away. Now coming up is Bill Skowron. Last year, Maris and Mantle homered back-to-back on 4 occasions. As the Yankees overall tie the Major League record, their own, of 13 occasions in which they hit back-to-back homers. 13 times last year. Skowron looks at a pitch high and tight for a ball. Burnside's pitch is inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike 1, 2-1. Beat Burnside's 2-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded down, hits the bag. Backhanded Dynasty ball. Come a long throw. Inside and a great play by Danny O'Connell. A smash down the line, hit the bag, and took an extra hop. O'Connell backhanded the ball at the grass almost. At the outfield grass. And cut loose to the throw that got Moose. Maris and Mantle get a hand as they go out. 3 runs for New York. 3 hits. There were no errors for Washington. Nobody left on for New York. At the end of the first inning, the Yankees 3 and the Senators nothing. Washington won the first game 4-2. The Boston Red Sox will be here on Tuesday night for the first night game of the year at the stadium. They'll be here Wednesday afternoon. Milwaukee beat Houston 3-2. Warren Spahn winning his 312th Major League game. Golden the loser. Mahias with one on for Houston. Crandall from Milwaukee homering. Second game will be Farrell and Willie. Cincinnati 3, St. Louis nothing in the 7 innings. Jay against Bolio. Coleman homering in the 6th for Cincinnati. First game. San Francisco beat Chicago 7-3. Odell beat Buell. Willie Mays at his 10th. He's the Major League leader. One on. Keane also homered. Time call rain, 7 innings at Philadelphia. Phil's 5, Mets 3. Locke for Hamilton in the 7th. Miller for Moorhead in the 7th. In the American League, Boston beat Chicago 3-2. First game, Conley beat Pizarro. Carry-on homered. Second game, 1-0 Chicago. End of the first inning, Hoyland against Wilson. Estrada and McBride, Baltimore at Los Angeles. Cleveland 4, Kansas City nothing. End of 5, Grant and Bass. Kirkland homered with 2 on. Minnesota 5, Detroit 3, end of 4.5. Pasquale against Boychuk. Now the ball is hit by Johnson to Tresh. Yep, but a throw to first in time. One away. Bouton homered with the 1 on in the 3rd for Detroit. DeSalis in the 3rd, 2 on for Minnesota. Those extra games kind of leak over on you. Whoever designed baseball, they just designed it perfectly. There's the 90 feet between bases. And 4 games an inning. 4 games in each league normally, and you could get them through in time with pitches and homers. Now, those extra 2, you got to move over. Johnson grounds out to Tresh. Here's Bob Smith taking low outside for a ball. Especially when they're playing double headers. One-time giant Bob Smith, right-hand batter, takes a low pitch, bounced in front of the plate. Ball 2, 2-0. 3 of Mara's 5 homers. 4 out of his 5 been off Washington pitching, and 3 of them have been off left-handed pitching. The 2-0 delivery to Schmidt. Swung on. There's a ball hit deep to left. Lopez racing back, still going, and did he get it? Yes, he did. He one-handed it. How about that? He had his back to us. I couldn't tell whether the ball hit on the warning track in front of him and he grabbed it on one hop or not. He just reached out and made a spectacular play in front of the auxiliary scoreboard in left field. Running with his back to the plate. I hope they got a picture of that one. I mean, he does. Wow. Bob Smith teed off. Hector Lopez made one of his best catches. Chuck Cartier takes the strike. 0-1. Jim Bouton delivers. Knuckler hits the plate, bounces up in the air, caught by Howard on the first hop. You know, a play like that from our standpoint is better seen from the third deck. We used to broadcast from the third deck. Still rather be up there. You can see a game much better. The 1-1 pitch swung on, popped up. Scarron backs up along the first baseline, still backing up and has it in fair territory by about a foot. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And Hector Lopez ought to get a hand for that great catch he made on Bob Smith. And here he comes, and here's the hand. I'd love to be in that Yankee dugout right at this point. Lopez has become a great glove man. We pause for station identification.
Present temperature 65 degrees.
Last half of the second inning, Hector Lopez up. 3-0 New York. Washington on the first one, 4-2. The pitch is inside and high from Burnside. 1 ball, no strikes. The center to the left-hander delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike one. 1-1. One ball, one strike. And the delivery. Outside and high. Ball 2, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Burnside's pitch is swung on. There's a high fly ball to right field. King going back to the barrier and has it. One away. The paid attendance today, 23,940. 23,940. With servicemen, an overall total of 24,656. Tom Tresh, who hit second in the opener, batting right-handed against Burnside, takes the go up with the right hand. I believe he did. Started up and then stopped about halfway up. So it appears to be a strike, and it's starting to rain again. Now, John Flaherty says, I stopped my hand, and he holds up the finger on the left hand. It's the ball. The pitch to Tresh is swung on and fouled back. A 1-1 count. Pete Burnside pitches Tom Tresh, who bunts in the air. Schmidt after it and can't get it. A 1-2 count. One ball, two strikes. The 1-2 delivery on the way. Up high for ball 2. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. And the 2-2 pitch to Tresh. Swung on, fouled off. Up over our heads into the mezzanine. A 2-2 count on Tom Tresh. Here's the next delivery. Swung on, tapped to the box. Burnside has it on a hop, slips on to Dale Long, and they're two away. Jim Bouton out of the dugout. Jim is in his dressing habits, from the standpoint of the baseball pants, the throwback to the old days. He just wears them right around the knees. He doesn't bring them down to the ankles. The pitch to Bouton, high, ball 1. Way back many years ago, ball players seldom ever pull those pants way down just above the ankles. Always at the knees. Here's the pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. One ball, one strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, a ground ball hit the Dale Long. Flips it over to Burnside covering, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 2 innings of play, the Yankees, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Washington, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Ball 1 inside as we go to the 3rd inning to Pete Burnside. Jim Bouton, making his major league starting debut, fires in there for a strike. Mets 5, Phil's 5, playing last the 8th. First game. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, bounced toward second, 2 hops. Richardson has it, throws on to Scour, and Burnside's out. The Dodgers and Pirates finally got rained out after playing a scoreless inning. Giants beat the Cubs 7-3. Odell beat Buell. They're only playing 1 game. Cardinals got 3 in the 8th to tie Cincinnati at 10-7.5 innings of the first game. Jimmy Pearsall takes inside for a ball. Milwaukee beat Houston 3-2. Spahn beat Golden. Second game, Houston leads 2-1 end of an inning. Jimmy walked in the first inning. Bouton's curve is outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Nothing Yankees, 3rd inning. They pitch to Jimmy Pearsall right in there. Strike 1. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering. Fastball grounded out back through the middle for a base hit. Jimmy turns first, holds up with a single to center. With 1 out in the 3rd inning. Now Danny O'Connell, who grounded to second into a double play in the first inning, steps up. Delivers, pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. Curveball. O'Connell tried to ride to the opposite field. The right field in this case. He's a right-hand batter. John Flaherty gives home plate a little cleaning. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. There's a bunt foul. Strike 2. Bunt down the 3rd baseline. Jim Bouton's pitch just inside. 1-2. Danny O'Connell, cagey performer, can handle that bat and hitting the ball in different directions. Pearsall on first, 1 out, and the pitch swung on, fouled to the right of the plate into the upper deck. Count remains 1-2. Jim Bouton's next pitch, curve, is high and inside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch, swung on and lined into center for a base hit. It's a curveball. Straight away, Pearsall stops at second. Runners on first and second, one out, and Joe Hicks is up with Dale Long to follow. Danny O'Connell's 998th Major League hit. Yankee bullpen gets the alert. 3 hits off Bouton in his first real jam now. Left-hand hitter up, and the pitch is a curve swung on and missed. Strike one. Pearsall on second, O'Connell on first. Bud Daly in the bullpen. Senators took the first game 4-2. Jim Bouton, the right-hander, ready. Checks the 2 runners. Here's the pitch. Hicks takes the curve inside. Ball one. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pearsall off second. O'Connell off first. And the pitch. Fastball in there. Strike 2, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Runners lead away. Jim Bouton ready. And the pitch. Swung on, a ground ball hit to Richardson. Over to Trace. Back on to Skowron. That's a double play. And the side is retired. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of 2.5 innings, New York 3, Washington nothing. In the last half of the 3rd inning at Yankee Stadium, in the second game of the doubleheader, the first game of which was won by the Senators with a 3-run 8th-inning rally off Ralph Terry. Dave Stenhouse, the winning pitcher, nullifying a 2-run homer by Mantle. The Yankees lead 3-0 on first-inning homers by Maris and Mantle. And in the last of the 3rd, it's the top of the Yankee order. Richardson, Boyer, Maris. Pete Burnside's delivery is a curve inside, ball 1. The message board indicates to the fans here that last May, the Yankees won 14 games and lost 12. Had a long time to go to finish up this May yet. Here's the pitch. Bunted at and missed for a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Bobby double to left in the first inning. Pete Burnside pitch on the way, swung on line into left field for a single. Taken on the second hop by Hicks. The throw goes into second. Bobby holds up after the turn. And here now is Clete Boyer, who popped out in the first inning to Chuck Cartier. Danny O'Connell shortened up in the event of a bunt. Maris on deck, Mantle to follow. 3-0 New York. It's the last of the 3rd. Moved to first base. Bobby Richardson's back safely. Now the stretch by Burnside. And the pitch to Boyer. Pitch out. Runners not going. Ball one. Ready for the 1-0 offering as a move for first base instead, and Richardson's back safely. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit foul down the left field line. In the upper deck, scattering the pigeon. A 1-1 count. Throw to first base. Richardson is easily back. Now the stretch by Burnside. And the pitch to Boyer. High and away. Ball 2-1. Two balls, one strike. The left-hander is pitched, swung on as a drive into left that is going to be gathered in on the run by Joe Hicks going toward left center, and Richardson retreats to first. One down, and here's Maris, who homered in the first inning. Burnside checks the runner. The pitch to Rod swung on and popped up off to the right of the plate. Long and Smith, and Long has the ball right in front of the Yankee dugout. Two away, and Mickey Mantle comes up. Mick hit an opposite field homer, batting right-handed in the first inning, after having clouded tape measure job in the first game, 32 rows up into the bleachers in right center. Two away. Burnside pitch, swung on and popped high into the air around second. Bob Johnson under it and has it, and the side's retired. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left on. At the end of 3 innings, Yankees 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Washington, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. I think I'll have Phil come on and sit in for an inning before Red comes over. I'll take an inning off to have a sandwich before I go to the television side to finish up for the day. Enjoyed visiting with you. Hope you'll come and visit us at Yankee Stadium Tuesday night when the Red Sox are here. We don't need to pause for well, not right now? Well, we'll let Phil do it then. Here he is.
Ready to go here in the top of the 4th inning. Dale Long, who singled his first time up, takes the curve over, strike call. Jim Bouton getting his first major league start going for the Yankees. Yankees lost the first game 4-2. They lead here 3-0. Curve hit to right field, a base hit by Long. Another change-up curveball. Long got out in front of that one, drilled a single between first and second to right field. That's the 4th hit off Bouton. It brings up Jim King, 5 to left field in the first inning. Yankees have had 2 double plays in this ball game. One in the first inning, one in the third. First pitch is over. Strike call to King. On deck, Bob Johnson. stretch, and the curve low inside, 1-1. Cowan holding first against Long. Fastball hit to deep right center field. Mantle moving back, and to his left under it, makes the catch in front of the scoreboard. King got good wood on that ball. One away, here's Bob Johnson. Bounced to the shortstop in the second inning. On deck, Bob Schmidt, the catcher. Long taking a short lead off first. Curve is inside, ball 1. Fastball hit deep to left field. Lopez is going back, and he makes another over-the-shoulder catch. A beautiful play. Not quite as sensational as the one he made on Bob Schmidt is coming to the plate now, but deep in left field and going with his back to the plate. Lopez pulls down another one. Hector has made 2 great plays out in left field. And here's Bob Schmidt, who hit the one that was caught by Lopez just in front of the auxiliary scoreboard in deep left field. Now, both the shots, the one by Schmidt in the second inning, the one by Bob Johnson right here, would have been home runs in the new Washington, D.C. stadium. Two out. Long still at first base. Pitch to Schmidt. Curve low and outside. Ball 1. Senators not doing too much with Bouton's curveball, but they're getting a good wood on his fastball. Curve low, ball 2, 2-0. Chuck Collier on deck. Stretch. Fastball low, ball 3, 3-0. Had a couple of brief showers. Right now it's not raining. Still quite overcast overhead. The wind has shifted since the first game started. 3-0 pitch. Low, ball 4. Bouton gives up his third walk in the ball game. Long goes to second. Schmidt to first. 2 out. Here's Chuck Collier. Collier 0 for 1. Popped up to Skowron in the second inning. Right hand hitting second baseman. Chuck was 0 for 4 in the first game. Pitch is a curve low, ball 1. The Yankees leading 3-0. They scored all 3 runs in the first inning on a 2-run homer by Maris and a solo homer by Mantle. Mantle hit his right-handed in the right field seat. The 1-0 pitch is fouled in the upper deck and out of play. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out, and 2 on. Long at second. Schmidt at first. Bouton taking plenty of time for this time. Now he's ready. Curve high and tight, ball 2, 2-1. out and set. Fastball foul back in the upper deck, out of play. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2 men on. Yankee outfield not too deep on Cartier. Straight away. Burnside is due to be the next batter. Here's the stretch. Curve hitting the ground to the shortstop. Stretch comes in, up with a flip. Starts to throw to... He's out at first, and Cartier is jumping up in the air. And George Tucci is out. Stretch started to go to second base for the fourth play. Saw that he couldn't get him there, then threw to first, and it was mighty close at first. But first base umpire Ed Runge called him out on a close decision for the Senators. In the top of the fourth, no runs, 1 hit, no Yankee errors, 2 men left. And at the end of 3 1/2, it's the Yankees 3 and the Senators nothing. For the Yankees, it'll be Elston Howard, Bill Scowen, and Hector Lopez to face Pete Burnside here in the bottom of the fourth with the Yankees leading 3-0. Washington won the first game 4-2. Well, the Mets have tied up the Phillies 5-5 in the 8th inning. They've lost 2 heartbreakers down there at Philadelphia. Elston Howard bounced to second base in the first inning. Ellie pinch hit in the first game, bounced out. Pitch to Howard is a foul back at the plate, strike 1. Burnside's changeup hit to the left of the shortstop. Johnson bobbles the ball. No, he didn't throw. He had the ball, bobbled it, started to throw, and then held up. It's an error charged to the shortstop. It was a high bounding ball, and it seemed to skip off the heel of Johnson's glove, hit him in the chest, bounced on the ground. Johnson picked it up quickly and then decided not to throw. So he's charged with an error, and here's the Moose who bounced to third base in the first inning. Nobody out. Pitch to Scowen. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Hector Lopez on deck. There's the stretch. Pitch is low, 1-1. That was a good screwball by Burnside. Pete checks the sign from Schmidt. Here's his stretch. Pitch to the Moose is popped in the air, but coming back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Scowen. Gene Woodling, who has not been starting too many ball games for the Senators, pinch hit in the first game and homered. That tied up the ball game in the 8th inning, and then the Senators went on to score 2 more runs to win it. Ready for the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Here it is, and it's outside, and high ball 2, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Howard leads off first. There's a throw over there. Ellie back easily. He was only off a couple of steps. Then Scowen steps out of the batter's box. Now Moose is back in, and Burnside goes to the rosin bag. Finally, everybody ready. Here's the left-handed stretch position. His pitch is fouled to the left, going up near the light tower, and over the roof, and completely out of the ballpark. Still 2-2 on Moose. Moose has been taking light extra batting practice. He's wearing the golf glove on his left hand. Pitch inside, ball 3. Full count, 3-2. Howard leads away, ready for the payoff pitch. Was at the throw to first base. Howard's back. Now the payoff pitch. Howard goes. The ball is hit on the ground in the hole. A base hit. Howard rounds second. Going to go to third base. Here's the throw. Gowan rounds the bag, going to second, and Moose goes in at second base. It's a single for Gowan. And on the play, Howard was running and went right on to third. Hicks made a soft toss in the third base, and Gowan kept right on running. O'Connell didn't even have a chance to throw the ball to second base. That's the fifth hit off Burnside. And now with runners at second and third and nobody out, the Yankees leading 3-0. Here's Hector Lopez. Hector flies deep to right field in the second inning. And now the infield is coming in for possible play at the plate. Lined up by Burnside. Takes to Lopez. A ground ball at second. Cartier has it. Holds the runner's on. Throws to first base for the out. And Chuck almost missed that ball as it skidded off the grass. Just did get it in the webbing of his glove. So it's one away. The infield still in. Here's Tom Church, who'll hit back to the box in the second inning. Tuesday night will be Whitey Ford for the Yankees and Bill Monboquette for the Red Sox here at Yankee Stadium. Pete Burnside calls Bob Smith out for a little huddle. Elston Howard talking with Frank Crissetti at third. Gowans at second. There's one away. Burnside checking the sign. Takes a look at Howard. Here's the windup. Pitch is low, ball 1. Burnside ready. Check swing, but it's over. Strike 1, 1-1. Church started to pull the trigger. Held up. The pitch was right down the pipe. Ready for the 1-1 delivery. It's a ground ball, base hit, running and ends up at second base. So Hicks is charged with the error, allowing Fresh to go to second base. And the Yankees lead 5-0. Brings up Jim Bouton, who bounced out to first base in the second inning. One away. Pitch to Jim is high, ball 1. For Tresh, that's his 20th hit on the year and gives him 11 runs batted in. Burnside's 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 1-1. Yankees have 5 runs on 6 base hits. Foul off the umpire's chest protector. Strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Backs at second, leading away. Pitch to Bouton is over. Strike 3 call. Bouton called out on strike. Burnside gets his first strikeout of the ball game. And brings up Bobby Richardson, who's 2 for 2. Bobby has doubled and singled. He's scored once. Two out. Pitch to Bobby is full foul. Way back in the seats down the left field line. Strike 1. Burnside sets again. His one-strike delivery. Low, ball 1-1-1. Richardson with his 2 base hits has now tied Clete Boyer for the team lead in base hits. They each have 26. Roger Maris has 25. 1-1 on Richardson. Foul just below it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burnside starts the stretch, then steps back off the rubber, goes to the rosin bag, checking the sign again with Schmidt. 2 men are out, 2 runs in. The Yankees leading 5-0 here in the last of the 4th. Now the left hand is ready. A line drive to left field, but Hicks moving back. Under it, takes it. For the Yankees in the bottom of the 4th, 2 runs on 2 base hits. 2 Senator errors, 1 man left, and at the end of 4 full innings, it's the Yankees 5 and the Senators nothing.
Well, we've got a pretty rich young man standing out there on the mound. He's from Ridgewood, New Jersey. Folks are here, I'm sure, looking on.
WOKO, Albany, New York.
Big start, second Major League ball game, and as he goes into the 5th inning, which is a moment of truth as far as the starting pitcher, you know, if you don't go 5, you cannot be considered for the win. He's got a 5-0 lead. He's got 2 fine catches by Lopez in left field and 2 double plays behind him. Jim Bouton, Bouton. Down at Amarillo, Texas last year. 113, lost 7. Now we're going to have a pinch hitter. John Scheibe, an infielder, S-C-H-A-I-B-E. Scheibe is going to hit for Pete Burnside. Brought Myers off in the 5th inning. Right-hand batter takes the fastball low inside. Ball 1. Scheibe up there. Taking over for a call strike. First hitter up, inning 5. And then we'll have a new pitcher last half of the 5th inning. The skies are clearing somewhat, although they're still overcast. He swings at a curveball low outside. By 2. Watson in 4 innings has had 4 hits off Bouton. He's walked 3. But he's had an airtight defense behind him. 1-2 pitch. Hung on and missed. I think that was a knuckleball. That's like it. Strike 3. That's his first strikeout. Now we have Jim Pearsall, who has walked and singled. Jim playing on a bad ankle, which is tightly taped. He can run straight ahead, but it bothers him when he has to turn. First pitch inside, ball 1. Right-hand batter, then right-handed pitcher.
Mountain is 23, 6 feet, 170 pounds. Breaking ball low outside, ball 2. 2-0. One man out. Inning 5, game 2. Misses with a fastball low inside, ball 3. 3-0. Pearsall is an easy man to walk. If you don't put it over, he'll take it. The right-hander delivers over for the strike. 3-1. Pearsall doesn't think so. And, of course, Jim is a man who keeps his opinion strictly to himself. Now, the 3-1 pitch is low inside, ball 4. And Pearsall is on for the third straight time. This is the fourth walk of Bouton. Now we have Danny O'Connell, who banged into a first-inning double play and then singled a cutter in the third. He's 1 for 2. Washington made off with the first game 4-2. The Yankees are leading in this one 5-0. This is the odd game of the series. Big curveball is in for the strike. The Yankees play the Cadets up at West Point tomorrow. And then they're back in league business for the first night game of the season here at the stadium Tuesday. Boston. And Wednesday afternoon, Boston. Fastball low inside. Ball 1. 1-1. Bouton came down to Fort Lauderdale. Had a good book on him. Promising pitcher. But he just kept pitching well enough in the spring. He just came out on north with the club. Here he is. There's a ground ball hit back to the mound. Bouton fields it, goes to second base, and touches up with it. Bouton almost threw it away. He threw it on the left field side of second base, and Fresh had to drop down to his knees, block the ball, and then pick it up. So they get the fourth anyhow. O'Connell reaches first. Fourth out. 2 men gone. Another hitter is Joe Hicks. Walks in the first inning and hit into a double play in the third. Left-hand batter, and they play him to pull somewhat into right field. 6 to third, low inside, ball 1. Mountain is never still. He wipes the perspiration of his face, or would-be perspiration, after practically every pitch. Delivers. There's a knuckleball that is hit foul outside third base. 1-1. Judging by the way that Bob is always moving and shaking himself inside of his uniform and wiping the perspiration, he must be fairly high-strung. You have fellows like that. Pearsall, for example, is never still for Washington. Jim taking the sign, pitching with his 5-0 lead. The runner goes. There's a ball swung on, hit high out to straightaway right field. It's an easy chance for Maris. And Roger makes the catch. No runs, no hits, 1 run. And Bouton is now running for a pitcher of record. And the score at the end of 4.5 innings, official ball game. The Yankees 5, and the Senators nothing.
At any Atlantic dealers, when you get an oil change or a new filter, you can have a beautiful 12-piece Anchor Hocking Fire King ovenware set for only $2.79. And now is the time to take advantage of an exceptional offer like this, because it's the season to drain out that dirty winter motor oil from your crankcase and replace it with high detergent Atlantic Premium Motor Oil. Just 1 month of winter driving is enough to contaminate the motor oil in most cars. And now, with a season of good driving weather ahead, an oil and filter change will help to start you off with a proper lubrication for your car. And remember, at Atlantic, a full set of Anchor Hocking ovenware can be yours with that oil change or a filter and just $2.79.
Was removed for a pinch hitter, Shivey, and Tom Chaney, a right-hander who was last year with Columbus before he came to Washington to finish the season. Tom Chaney coming on for his fifth relief assignment. He has no record so far this year. Tom Chaney, Cheney. He has been trying to come up with a knuckleball lately. Official ball game, and that's important because we've had threatening weather ever since the start of the second game, and we had a pretty heavy shower in the first inning in which the umpires, you could see that they were debating whether to call time or not, but they didn't, kept on going, and the shower blew out, passed on. And then we had a lighter shower in the second inning. There was no question about stopping it then. And while we've had some gray skies, in getting the ball game official was the fact that we're in a rain pattern. Because the game at Pittsburgh has been rained out, the game down at Philadelphia was held up for a considerable period of time at the end of 7 innings. And by the way, the Mets and the Phillies tied 5-5 in the 10th inning at that one. This one is 5-0 favor of the Yankees, and we have Boyer, who is 0 for 2. I'll check with Bill King, our statistician, but I think that Mantle has passed him now in batting percentage points. As a ground ball hit back to the mound, I know he's passed him now because he's out and making it 0 for 3. Pitch to the first. Roger Maris hit a home run in the first inning, and he's hit safely now in 11 straight games. The Yankees really started off with a bang in the second game. A double by Richardson, and then after Boyer popped up. Now it's a home run and Mantle a home run. There is I believe that's that knuckleball. Manager Vernon told me that Chaney was working on it. It was low inside. Now he wants to have the ball examined. It is examined by John Flaherty, and he throws it out. Mantle has very good eyes. There was an interesting thing late last year. One of his home runs, I think it was his 52nd. The pitch, the knuckler, high inside ball, too. Now it's Charlie Berry, who was then back at the plate in that ball game, to examine the ball. And Berry wouldn't do it. In other words, the umpire can examine it or not examine it. So he feels that he should tonight. Has pitched outside ball 3. And then, bless our little hearts, if Maris didn't hit it in the stands for a home run, and the ball bounced back on the field, and he got it. And he gave it to Berry after the ball game, an autograph, and said, "This is the ball." You thought I could see. There's ball 4. So Maris walks. And here's Mantle stepping to the plate, and Mickey is now hitting .362. Boyer, who was 0 for 3 in the second game, is .351. So Mickey has passed him. Well, I figured sooner or later he would. Know that. Mantle, home run, hitting right-handed in the first inning, and get it to the outfield field. Then he popped up to short in the third. Now he's up batting left-handed against the lead right-hander, Tom Chaney. The pitch. Fastball high outside, ball 1. Nothing favor the Yankees. Got Maris to first with a walk. Mickey takes low. Ball 2. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. One down.
Infield and double play depth with the man at first. Pitch is high outside, ball 3. Mantle hit a home run in the first game today. He pitched to today. And he hit that on a 3-0 pitch, so I think everybody understands he's not to be trusted. He told me in the dugout before the doubleheader started that he was going to start swinging in more pitches. And he kept taking so many. Now Cheney is ready to work 3-0. Delivers. And Mickey swings and there's a high fly ball to deep center field. Pierce ball going back. He's getting under it. And he makes the catch right in front of the 407 mark. And Maris goes on down to second base standing, advancing after the catch. The ball was hit that deep. Mickey, I think, hit under it just a little bit. He's uppercutted it a shade. Now we have Howard, who is 0 for 2. He got on to an error at short in the fourth inning, and that opened up the way for 2 unearned runs. 2 down. Shades Elston into left. Now Pierce moves back to straight away in center. There's a knuckleball high inside, ball 1. Pichetti coaching at third. He goes to the stadium. Wally Moses over at first. Knuckleball again is inside. Ball 2. Pichetti first came up to the stadium as a ball player in 32, and he's been here ever since. Been a lot of World Series, hasn't he? The 2-0 pitch is low outside, ball 3. Now it's the second base. Howard up there, Starr on deck. The Yankees already ahead 5-0. Washington pitched the first game out here, 4-2. Right-hander Cheney delivers, and it's over for the strike. Greenland. Howard takes a quick flash at Pichetti, third base coach. And it works low outside. It's a knuckleball that gets away from the catcher long enough for Maris to go down to third base. So it is ball 4 to Howard. And we'll see, and it's a charged wild pitch at the same time. So Howard walks. And on the wild pitch, which is on ball 4, Maris goes over and takes third. Remember that ball 4, that ball's in play. For example, if it's a ball that gets away from the catcher and the runner thinks he can take an extra base, he's on his own if he can do it. So that was a wild pitch and a base on balls at one time. Now we have Cowan. There's a knuckle low outside, ball 1. Runners at first and third, 2 out. The Moose was robbed of a base hit by a fine play by third baseman O'Connell in the first inning, and then he singles into left field in the fourth. 1 for 2. Takes a strike. Just puts the knees on the outside. 1-1. Bob Smith is catching. Repta caught the first game. There's a high foul ball back out of play. Strike 2. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. We'll run over the scores of the other games when we get to the end of this 5th inning. Have an opportunity. The pitch
is high inside. Ball. You got ball two? There's an interesting bulletin just flashed on the big board here at the stadium. Mickey Mantle's on base average this season is 567. Fantastic, isn't it? That's getting on base. Walk, everything else. Pitch, swung on, foul ball. Now that's at third. Howard at first. Ball game is official. Everything now counts. The home club ahead after 4.5 innings. Head by 5-0 in this case. Tom Cheney relieving, delivers, and Sean swings and strikes out. Fired on me, good hard. It looked like a slider. So that was all for the bid set up by the pitcher himself. No runs, no hits, 2 left, 2 walks and a wild pitch. Totals at the end of 5. For the Yankees, 5 runs, 6 hits and no errors. For Washington, no runs, 4 hits and 2 errors.
Quality is not a word or a whim. At this spot in your dial, it means the best of everything at 1460. WOKO, Albany, New York. It's 3 minutes past 6 o'clock.
Now, about other ball games. The Red Sox, are coming in here, and they've got to come in here a hot ball club with what they've been doing back there at home. They're coming in here Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. They beat the White Sox in the first game 3-2 today. In the second game, at the end of 6 innings, however, Chicago is trying to even the books and leading 5-0. Trying to win 1 out of this series up there. At the end of 3 innings out on the coast, it's a 5-5 tie, Baltimore at Los Angeles. The big blow that got Baltimore even was a grand slammer by Brooks Robinson in the 3rd inning. Cleveland had Grant be the winning pitcher he started and won at Kansas City 5-1. In a single game, Detroit at Minnesota, that one tied at 7-7 in the last half of the 8th inning. National League at the end of 10, the Mets and the Phillies were tied at 5-5 after a long delay because of rain at the end of the 7th inning. Los Angeles and Pittsburgh played an inning, and then the rain got it. San Francisco at Chicago, the Giants got back to winning. Willie Mays hitting his 10th home run, and San Francisco won it 7-3. Cincinnati eked out St. Louis in the first game of a doubleheader 5-4. Here's Long, first up here in the 6th inning, taking a strike from Bouton. Milwaukee beat Houston 3-2 in the first of a doubleheader, and the amazing Mr. Swan got the win, number 312 in his notable career. At the end of 4 innings of the second, Houston is leading 3-1. Long hits the ground ball through into right field for a base hit. So you're up on the other ball games. Long comes up with his 3rd straight hit and his 5th of the day, single into right field. Apparently, Bouton has been no puzzle to him. And now we have Jim King, who is 0 for 2. He had a big bat yesterday, but he's been stopped today. 5-0 favor the Yankees. First game was won by Washington 4-2. Third ball is low inside. Ball 1. Bouton throws the fastball, throws the curve. Once in a while, he changes of pace. He throws a palm. And then he throws a knuckleball. There's a ground ball that is hit to Sharon at first, who goes to second to the shortstop. And back to first base, not in time. The ball gets through the pitcher covering, but it hit the rail in front of the box seats, and there's no advance at first base. The pitcher covering, but it hit the rail in front of the box seats, and there's no advance at first base. It's nothing except a forced play. The first baseman to the shortstop. King is on at first, George in with the 4th out. Now we have Bob Johnson, who is 0 for 2, and last time Lopez made a catch in deep left field on him. Playing him a step or so around into left in the outfield. Infield is straight away. Breaking ball low outside, ball 1. That may have been that palm ball pitch. I noticed that when Bouton was warming up right down in front of us, he would signal the catcher, indicating he was going to throw a palm pitch. Fastball is low, ball two. Then he would indicate he was going to throw a knuckleball. Then he would indicate he would throw a curveball. Then he would indicate he would throw a fastball. All right, 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, runner at first. Pitch. High inside, ball 3. 3-0. Bouton is the type of pitcher that you calculate before you ever saw it. He's going to throw a lot of pitches. That's the way he pitches. But the book on him is that he never lets up. He can get behind, he can be wild, but he still keeps pumping him. Now there's ball 4. That's his 5th base on ball. And this pushes King, who was at first, down to second. So we have these 2 runners with 1 out. Howard goes out to the mound. The Yankee bullpen stirs again. In fact, they've been almost in motion out there. First Daly, and then Daly and Coates. The batter is the big young catcher, Bob Schmidt. They got him in a deal with the Reds, and they had to have a knee operator. And the operation has so far been very successful. Lopez robbed him of an extra base hit when he went out in front of the auxiliary scoreboard and left center and caught his long drive in the second inning. There is a curveball over for a called strike. Bouton starts working on him. Schmidt walked his second turn, so he's 0 for 1. He's a big snapping fella. Swings from the end. Bouton set. Sets his lead run at second, delivers. There's a foul back on what I think was another knuckleball. Just the knuckleball is an ideal pitch when you get ahead of a hitter. Nothing in 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander delivers. A fastball swung on, hit down the left field. Lopez going back, and makes the catch. Go ahead, 2 down. They're making a star of Hector out there in left field the second game, or he's making a star out of himself. He's grabbing everything in sight. Now we have second baseman Chuck Cartier. Howard is again out at the mound talking to Bouton. In case you wonder about the number of pitches that Bouton has thrown, they're being counted in the Yankee dugout. The pitching coach knows and the manager knows. Sometimes that's what a manager goes on when he decides to take a pitcher out or decide maybe to lead him in, number of pitches. There's a ball hit sharply and 1 bounce to Richardson, who's up with it over the scout at first for the 3rd out. So Bouton is out of that. He has had him on every inning but the second. And only a great catch by Lopez, but then the next base hit 10. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. And the score, second game, and 5.5 innings, remains New York 5, Washington nothing.
Now, sir, perhaps you'll be good enough to tell the jury where you were on April 10th at 2:25 a.m.
Well, I started the car, and I was moving along.
I see you were driving.
But actually, I was...
You mean to say you weren't driving?
I was cleaning my carburetor as I was driving.
Mr. Wilson, do you expect this intelligent jury to believe that you were operating a motor vehicle in the middle of the night and cleaning its carburetor at the same time? Come now, you're under oath.
So help me. I got this tank full of Atlantic Imperial gasoline. It cleans your carburetor while you drive and keeps it clean.
Are you testifying that a gasoline can actually clean a carburetor, smooth out idling, prevent stalling?
No. Not any gasoline. Atlantic Imperial.
I'm afraid I don't get it, Mr. Wilson.
Then you've got a dirty carburetor.
Last half of inning 6, game 2.
First game won by the Senators 4-2, and the Yankees leading in this one 5-0. It'll be Lopez, Fresh, and Bouton. For this pitcher, Tom Cheney on the mound. He was secured from the Columbus Club out of the Pittsburgh organization late last year. Big Burnside went the first four. The fourth and fifth runs are not to be charged as earned. There's a fastball high inside, putting Lopez down in the dirt. Barely gets up, brushes himself off. Hector's 0 for 2. Went into the ballgame hitting .286. Swings, and there's a high foul deep back to first base, close to the stands and into them. Long went over just to make certain. The Red Sox here Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. Then the club is gone for a week, and then the Red Hot Twins from Minnesota come in for Friday night, May 18, latest day Saturday, May 19, and a doubleheader Sunday, which is 2 weeks from today. And the Grand Central ticket office is open Monday through Fridays, 8:30 to 6, for your convenience in mid-Manhattan, and Saturdays until 4 o'clock. Pitches outside, ball 2. Right-handed Cheney delivers, and that's a third in there, and it is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Inside, fastball, 3-2. Full count. Mickey Vernon got a wonderful 2-inning relief job from Steve Hamilton, his new left-hander, one of the 2 young pitchers he got in a deal with Cleveland. Spent Casbit with the Indians. Breaking ball high outside, and Lopez is on, ball 4. Third walk given up by Cheney, and now we've got Tom Fresh, who is 1 for 2. Had no hits in the first game. It's been pretty much an M&M show so far today. Maris and Mantle, as far as the Yankee offense goes. Mickey's had 2 home runs and a single. There's a breaking ball over for a 12 strike to strike. He was hitting left-handed now against right-hander Cheney. Maris, in addition to his home run, had a pair of doubles in the first game. Fresh is switch hitter. Takes low inside, ball 1. There's nobody out, last in the 6th. Yankees 5, Washington nothing. Cheney is a long man out of the bullpen, which in a game like this you might say is another thing is expendable. There are times in which somebody's got the pitch. There's a serve that is good for a call second strike. 1-2. Cheney, being somewhat deliberate, now goes over to first base with his move. Long return. Lopez wasn't off the bag at all. Smith crouches back to the plate after giving the sign. The pitch is swung on and popped up. It's a high foul ball halfway back to the stand. Catcher Smith is under. He has it, and they have 1 out. Now we're waiting for young Jim Bouton to come up and hit. And there he comes. He's 0 for 2 as a batter. This is a big day in the young man's life. First spot in the major league. And the Yankees have certainly cooperated to make it a good one. They got him 3 runs in the first inning, and with the assistance of an error at short, got him 2 more in the 4th. And the fielding behind him has been airtight. Right-hand batter. Now they may want him to bunt. One of his infield is looking for it. There's the bunt effort, and it's fouled back on the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Bouton looking at Pizzetti to see if House still has the bunt on. The guys are clearing. In the first 2 innings, it looks as though they might not be able to get the second game in. There's a bunt. Attempt fouled on the ground outside first base, strike two. But then the weather cleared again after threatening. The thing that made it seem more threatening was the fact that the news was raining in Philadelphia, raining in Pittsburgh, raining in Cincinnati. One down, a man at first, Lopez. Long holding the bag against him. Outfield is short and way out with a pitcher up here. He takes inside, ball one. Third baseman O'Connell is not convinced that he's not going to be bunting, even though he does have 2 strikes on him. He's charging him. Bouton pitcher looks at Pizzetti. He wasn't going to bunt this last time. He set the swing. Cheney pitches, and Bouton cuts. Hits a high foul ball out of play, back at first base. Looking again. Count holding 1 and 2. End of 8 innings, Detroit and Minnesota remain tied at 7 and 7. Los Angeles at the end of 4 has gone 1 up over Baltimore, 7 to 6. Cheney pitches. His curve is high inside on the ball 2. 2 and 2. Full curve. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The relief man ready. Deals. There's a swing, another foul, and it's still 2 and 2. Just here's some of the crowd reaction and scramble. We had a paid attendance of 23,940. That's to 24,000. 2-2 pitch. Over. Call strike 3. Just knocked it over, and Bouton surprised took it. Now we have 2 down last of the 6th, and the hitter is Richardson, who had his hitting string stopped the last game at Chicago, and then he didn't get a hit the first 2 games in this series. But he's had 3 line drives, and 2 of them have gone safe here in the second game. Double and a single. The third one was hit right at the left fielder. Bobby has caught up with Boyer for the most hits on the team with 26. Swings and hits a fly ball out to right center. Fifth ball moves under. The center fielder waiting. Has it. That's it. Total at the end of 6. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for New York. No runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for Washington. Let's recheck on the other ball games. End of 11 innings. First game of a doubleheader. The Mets at Philadelphia, 5 and 5. Rain at the end of 7. For a long time, held that one up. The game Los Angeles at Pittsburgh after the inning was rained out. San Francisco got back on the other side of the road at Chicago, winning 7-3, and Mr. Willie Mays hit his 10th home run in the first inning with 1 on to get him started. Cincinnati held off St. Louis and won first game of a doubleheader 5-4, and it's no score at the end of the inning and a half of the second. Milwaukee had won Swan go all the way for a 3-2 win over Houston in the first of a doubleheader. That's the 312th win for the Mixmaster. That makes him 9th in the total wins for pitchers. In the second game, at the end of 5 and a half, it is Houston 4 and Milwaukee 1. In the American League, the Red Sox, who are coming in here Tuesday night in Wednesday, won their first game from the White Sox 3-2. At the end of 7, the other way around, Chicago and back of their young rookie right-hander Harlan, 5, and the Red Sox nothing. At the end of 4 innings, it is Los Angeles 7 and Baltimore 6. Cleveland won a single at Kansas City 5-1. And Minnesota has just won the ball game from Detroit. Bernie Allen has hit a home run in the ninth inning. With 2 on to win it 10-7. Boy, the Twins are really sizzling. I mean, they're making runs, and they're hot. Now we have Hamlin hitting for Cheney. Pinch hitter to start Matters off here in the 7th inning. Senators behind 5-0. Ken Hamlin, infielder, Hamlin. Hitting for the relief pitcher. Start of the 7th. Pitch is low, 4-2. 2 balls, no strikes. Bouton has done a lot of work. Thrown a lot of pitches, given up 5 hits, walked 5. There's a pitch in for a call strike. And I think on every hitter he has made a lot of pitches, but I'm just looking at the book now. Let me see. First inning, second inning, third inning, fourth inning, fifth inning. He hasn't allowed a man to third base. Pitch is low outside, ball 3. 3-1. Takes off his cap, up to perspiration. You never catch him standing completely still, except at the instant that he is reading a sign from the catcher. And that's just a fleeting instant. Pitch is over for the strike. That was a change of pace. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Yankees keep the bullpen ready. Hamlin, pinch hitting, right-hand batter. Swings and hits a high fly ball out into right field. Norris retreats, turns, waits, has it. So have one away, starting inning 7. Now Jim Pearsall, they haven't kept him off base in the second game. The first assignment of the leadoff man is to get on, and Pearsall has fulfilled it. 2 walks and a single. Play him straight away. Right-hand hitter leads in. Breaking ball low outside. Ball 1. The young man delivers the pass ball on the outside. Ball 2. 2-0. George Case pushing down to third. George Susie pushing at first. Gavin Hemsley is in the bullpen. Sid Hutch is in the dugout. There's a pitch wide, ball 3. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Bouton lets out his grasp. Now Rock delivers. Over for the strike, and it's 3-1. Rocking again. Delivers inside, ball 4. So Pearsall is on with his 3rd walk. And this is 6 walks given up by Bouton. And we have Danny O'Connell, who is 1 for 3. Put into a double play in back of a first inning walk to Pearsall. Single in back of Jim, single in the 3rd. And then hit into a 4th play in back of Pearsall's walk in the 5th. Hatfield is laid back into right on O'Connell. Bouton delivers, and it's a curveball low. Ball 1. Clarity back at the plate on balls and strikes. He's cleaning up the dish right now. Runge at first. Hartigan is at second, and Hurley is at third. Pitch high inside, ball 2. Time is called. Here is Houck going out to the mound. This fellow has thrown an awful lot of pitches, this youngster. And there's the Yankee skipper walking out there with that 35 on his back. One thing in addition to winning the ball game, also a manager has to be certain that he is taking care of a pitcher, especially a young pitcher, and doesn't allow him to do too much work and hurt himself. And maybe that, let's see, Ralph now is just trying to settle him down. So this is the one visit that under American League rules the manager is permitted to make. And I would say that if Bouton continues to throw many more pitches, I would think that Ralph will have him out of there. No matter what the score is. Daly and Coates have been working in the bullpen. They're ready. They're still working. Pitch is over for the strike. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, it's been a lot of work. Deals inside. Ball 3. 3-1. O'Connell, a veteran. Tough man to fool. Pearsall is dashing around off first base, trying to misdirect the attention of Bouton. The pitch is over for the strike, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So they send Pearsall, and that remains to be seen. The percentage is slight that they will, because when you're behind 5-0, you can't do much prancing. If you want to know about strategy, just find out what the score is first, and the strategy will follow. Pearsall does go, and the pitch is taken across strike 3. They throw on second base, and he is out. Well, that's what you mean. You can't run when you're behind. But they did. It's a double play. The double play started with the taken third strike at the plate and was concluded with what is scored as an attempted steal, 2-6. So, second strikeout for Bouton, and the score at the end of 6.5 innings in the second game remains the Yankees 5 and the Senators nothing.
You know, way back when a crank was standard equipment, keeping a car in good running condition was really hard work. Today's fine cars are many times more complicated than the old Maxwells and Stutz Bearcats, but taking proper care of them actually gets easier all the time. For example, cleaning the carburetor of your car was once a mechanic's job. But now you can do it yourself as you drive, simply by using Atlantic Imperial gasoline. When you use Atlantic Imperial regularly, you can remove harmful dirt deposits that form on the lower carburetor walls. In time, such deposits can cause rough idling, stalling, gasoline waste. But Atlantic Imperial washes them harmlessly away in just a few thousand miles of ordinary driving. Use Atlantic Imperial regularly in your car. It's the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
Well, we're going on to the last half of the 7th inning, and a young right-hander from Jersey City, Jim Hannon, H-A-N-N-A-N, is coming in. He's tall, 6'3", 200 pounds. He's been down in the bullpen all in this series. He was at Olean last year with 117 and lost 7. He is 0-2 with Washington this year. He is coming on for his 7th ball game, and he's had 2 starts. Jim Hannon. And we've got plenty of time right now to start into a pause for stakes identification.
He's here every Monday through Saturday mornings from 6 to 10 to tell you why and when. Jeff Davis time on WOKO, Albany, New York. The time, 6:32.
A little bit more on Jim Hannon. He graduated from Notre Dame, was signed by the Red Sox along with Yastrzemski in his freshman year. He was drafted by the Senators off the Seattle roster. And he's continuing his schoolwork in the off-season, studying for a master's degree in business at NYU. Okay, so we got the other side of the river pitching against each other now. Ridgewood, New Jersey, and Bouton, Jersey City, New Jersey, and Jim Hannon. Boyer first to face him in the last of the 7th inning. Boyer has been stopped today, and Mantle has caught up and passed it in batting percentage. The curveball is low. Ball 1. 5-0 New York. Hannon ready. Delivered the curve, swung on and missed. 1-1. Fastball low outside, ball 2. 2-1. The bulletin on the scoreboard. You want to make a note about it. It's a reference to the big day of the year here at the big ballpark. Old Timers Day, which will be Saturday, July 28th, honoring the new Hall of Famer. A good curve is over for a cross-second strike. Plate, 2-2. Big day all the way. The White Sox will also be here on July 28th. Now, the pitch is a curve low outside, 3-2. Jim Hannon delivering. Yankees holding 5-0 edge. Boy up, Norris on deck, then Mantle. Curve, he couldn't check his swing. It was low outside and struck out. Well, now let's see the MM boys. They've been having a big day. Between them, they represent 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 3 singles. Harris has hit safe in 11 straight games. No, 1 single. 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 1 single. Pretty good bag, isn't it? First pitch is outside, ball 1. Hannon is a big young right-hander. Maris is no left-hand hitter. Fastball is low inside, ball 2. 2-0. They've got the overshift. They've got 3 men packed in the right side of the infield on Maris. Outfield Jessica drawn into right. Roger takes low, ball 3. 3-0. Maris and Mantle, he's had 5 home runs. Maris is well ahead of his pace of last year. O'Connell is almost over at second base now. Pitch is in there for the strike. Well, this is the most overshift I've ever seen. As a rule, they leave the third baseman no worse than halfway between second and third. O'Connell is over where a shortstop would be playing straight away. Roger picks high, ball 4. So, based on balls, and this gets Mantle up. He's got a home run in each game and a single in the first game. And the pitcher is batting left-handed against this young relief right-hander, Jim Hannon. Pitch is low inside, ball 1. Mantle is dug in. Norris is first, 1 out. Hannon gets that, checks first pitches, and Mantle swings as a drive to deep right field. It is gone. It's in the lower third, right alongside the bullpen for his 3rd home run today, and his 6th of the year. Was a savage line drive. It never got high. He just really towed it. It was whoop, right in there. Well, that's 3 home runs today for Mickey. Wow. He said before the game he was going to start swinging more. Austin Howard takes the curve high outside, ball 1. Needless to relate, it is now 7-0 in favor of New York. Curve low outside. Ball 2. Mickey has hit in 3 runs with his 2 homers here in the second game. His RBI is now at 16, the most on the ball club. As the most home runs was 6. Howard swings at a curve. That is a strike 1. 2-1. Well, this has been an amazing show for the M boys. You know, as a rule, one's hitting and the other one's not. Today, they've both been hitting. And that's... In fact, you look back and you wonder how that first game got away. But they've loaded most of it in the second game. Pitch outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now it cuts on the curve, and it's now 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's a ground ball that's hit slowly up toward third. O'Connell has to hurry. He throws just in time, thanks to a long stretch by Long. So Howard is out by a complete. It was a good play all the way around. In that first game, the Yankees had 4 hits, and Norris and Mantle got them all. Well, the Farmers had 7 hits between them, 4 home runs. Big day for Mickey. There's Cowan, swinging, fouling it off. 7-0 New York here in the second. Mantle has batted in 5 runs today. Pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I would say that the pitch, terrible outside. I'd say the young Washington players are pretty much impressed by certainly Mantle, who's had a tremendous series. In yesterday's game, he had a home run and a single. So he's had 4 home runs and 2 singles. 2-1 pitch in the dirt. Ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. And delivers high inside, ball 4. This gets Lopez up. Hector has made a couple of fine catches out in left field. He's been on once with a walk. He's 0 for 2 officially. This is his 4th turn. Down at first for the walk. Hannon delivers, and it's a fastball high for ball 1. Outfield straight away on Hector. Infield is positioned also straight away. Right-handed pitches, and it's in for the strike. And he took a little bit off of his fastball, change of pace. Inside, ball 2. That's 1-1. Fastball high inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Checks first, delivers. Lopez takes it inside and high for ball 4, and he walks. So Hannon has walked 3 here. Guess he's pretty well guarded by Mantle's homer. Now he's got Tom Fresh. He's a switcher, hitting left-handed against this second relief man for Mickey Vernon. Runners at first and second. Defense around toward right somewhat. Fresh takes the high inside serve, ball 1. Well, they're already already digging in the books now to see how far ahead Maris is ahead of his 61 home run pace of last year. Also, they're digging in something else. Well, this is about Mantle. Listen. There's a ground ball hit through in the right field. It's a base hit. There's Starr coming around third. They're bringing him onto the plate. Lopez is coming into third base, and it is an 8-0 ball game. Single by Fresh in the right field. This is his third run batted in his second game. So here's what the dope is. This is the ninth time that Mantle has switch-hit home runs in the same ball game, which is a major league record. The ninth time in Mickey's career that he has hit a home run, that is 2 home runs in the game from opposite sides of the plate. Now we have Jim Bouton, who is the rich young man, the recipient of all these runs, 8 of them, taking a called strike. Today is May 6th, right? Bouton takes strike 2. And Maris has hit his 4th home run today on the 6th of May. He did not hit his 4th home run last year until the 17th of May. And oddly enough, he hit his 4th one last year off Washington and off Burnside, which is the same thing that happened today. There's a foul ball up toward third. Isn't that something? Maris hitting his 4th home run last year and this year, gets the same ball club and the same pitcher. Well, if you keep looking in the record books, Rogers hit his 5th today. And his 5th home run last year was on the 19th. He hit that one off Perry. Maris 5, Mantle 6. So off they go again. At 8-0 New York. Bouton 2 strikes on him. Swings, fouls it back. Nothing in 2. There's a ground ball hit to the right side. Second baseman Cartier up with it over to first along, and that's the third out. So in the last half of the 7th, 3 runs, 2 hits. And totals at the end of 7, 8-8-0 for New York, 0-5-2 for Washington. Jack Reed has gone in to play center field in place of Mickey Mantle as we get ready to go in the top of the 8th inning. Joe Hicks leads off. Hicks walks it into a double play, flying to right field. Jim Bouton on the mound. His pitch to Hicks on the inside corner, strike called. On deck, Dale Long. Slow curve foul at the plate, strike 2. Washington won the first game 4-2. Young Dave Stenhouse making his first start in the big league, picked up the win, and here's Jim Bouton making his first start in the big league, and he has an 8-0 lead going into the top of the 8th inning. 2-strike pitch, low. Ball 1, and a roar that just went up. The Mets beat the Phillies in the first game of a doubleheader, 7-5, in 12 innings. They lost 2 heartbreakers to the Phillies, and then win this one in extra innings. Changeup swung and missed, strike 3. Looked like a palm ball that Bouton flipped up there. Had Hicks way out in front. Here's Dale Long, who's had a perfect day today, 3 for 3 in his second ball game. And in the first game, Dale was 2 for 3. So he's had 5 for 6 in the doubleheader. Pretty fair day. 1 out, nobody on. On deck, Jim King. Pitch to Long. The curveball is low, ball 1. Bouton comes back with a fastball low. Ball 2, 2-0.
The 2-0 pitch way inside, ball 3. 3-0 count to Dale Long. Bouton goes to the rosin bag. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball is low, ball 4. And that's the 7th walk given up by Bouton. Brings up Jim King. Fly to left, fly to center, and bounce to first base. Gowan will play in back of the runner, Dale Long, at first base. Senators trail 8-0. They're not going to try and steal any bases now. Curveball is high, ball 1. And they're getting up in the Yankee bullpen. So Bouton has allowed only 5 hits. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this ball game. There's balls 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, right down the middle, strike call. Bouton sets. Fastball is over, strike 2. 2-2. Yankees have Lopez, Reed, and Maris in the outfield now. Same infield that started. Boyer, Richardson, Tresh, and Skowron. Howard catching and Bouton pitching. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Curve is fouled back off the screen. On deck, Bob Johnson. Bouton ready for the 2-2 pitch. A drive to deep right field, curving, fouled. It's plenty far enough to have been a home run. A line drive that carried deep into the stands, but curving foul at the last second. Still 2-2 on the Senators' right fielder. Washington winning the first game 4-2, and they trail here 8-0. Curve way high and outside. Full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch. Curve hit foul outside of first. Well, the rain held off. We had a couple of downpours, not too much. Sky's pretty clear right now. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball at second base. Richardson, the stretch for 1, back to first. Not time for the double play. Long out at second base. King safe at first. Here's Bob Johnson, 0 for 2. Bounce to short, fly to left, and walk. Yankees have made 3 double plays in this second ball game. 2 out. Curve is high, ball 1. Bob Schmidt on deck. Fastball hit on the ground to third. Boyer goes to second base for the 4th on King. For Washington in the top of the 8th inning, no runs, no hits, no Yankee errors, 1 man left. At the end of 7 1/2, the Yankees 8 and the Senators nothing.
Folks,
Let's look in on Mr. Jeremiah Atrix, who's just celebrated his 80th birthday. How does it feel to be 80, Mr. Atrix?
Like a million, son.
To what do you attribute your long life, sir?
Well, I just make sure everything goes smooth. Take my car.
You still drive?
Just to the gym. Now, as I was saying, my car used to idle something fierce. Stall repeatedly, burn too much gasoline.
This made you mad.
Hopping mad. Well, sir.
But then you learned this poor performance was due to harmful dirt deposits that had built up in the carburetor, and that Atlantic Imperial gasoline washes away such deposits as you drive.
Just what I was about to say.
Yes, and continued use prevents new deposits from forming. You have peace of mind as you drive.
Yeah.
Well, it's been nice talking with you, Mr. Atrix. Have you any advice to give the younger generation based on your years of experience?
Yes, I do, son. Don't talk so darn much.
Fred Green, the big left-hander, 6'4" and 190 pounds, is coming on to take over. He's the fourth senator pitcher in this second ball game. He's 0-1 on the year. Big, tall left-hander. He'll be pitching to the top of the Yankee batting order. Richardson, Boyer, and Maris. Right now, we'll pause for station identification.
A cheerful earful each Monday through Friday mornings on the Bob Cathcart Show, 11 to 1. On the pacemaker station, WOKO, Albany, New York. 3 minutes before 7, the current temperature 62 degrees.
Bobby Richardson has double, single, line to left, and fly to center field. Yankees scored 3 in the first inning, 2 in the fourth, and 3 in the seventh. Mantle is only twice, Maris once in this second ball game. Mantle is driven in 3, Maris 2, and Tom Tresh is driven in 3 with 2 singles. Fred Green pitching to Bobby Richardson. Pitch to Bobby is a strike call. Fastball just above the knees. Curve in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-1. Wonder if they still got that blue law in Pennsylvania. Doesn't look like the Mets and the Phillies are going to play that second ball game. At one time, you couldn't start an inning after 6:59. When we used to play the old A's, we'd always get beaten out. Jimmy Dykes would stall. Ground ball at second base. Chuck Cartier over to Dale. Long one away. They were supposed to play a doubleheader, the Mets and the Phillies. First game was held up so long because of rain. And a 12-inning ball game. It doesn't look like they're going to get that second game in. Here's Clete Boyer. Popped to second, line to left, hit back to the box, and struck out. On deck, Roger Maris. Pitch to Boyer is outside, ball 1. Green's ball is fouled in the upper deck. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Nobody on. A drive to right field. King going back, turns, and makes a one-hand catch, and then brushes into the wall. He made it look easy on a hard smash by Boyer to deep right field. And had King not gotten back on that ball, it would have been a home run. A nice play by Jim King in deep right field. And Clete Boyer's had a long day today. Clete was 0 for 2 in the first game, 0 for 5 in this second ball game. Here's Roger Maris, a homer, 2 walks, and popped out. Roger takes a curve, low, ball one. Jack Reed is on deck. He took over for Mantle last inning. Mickey ended with 2 home runs, 4 times at bat, 3 runs batted in. Fastball brushes Roger back. 2 balls, no strikes. Left-handed pitch. He tried to check his swing and sat down on the ground, and he's arguing with Flaherty while sitting on the ground. It's a strike. Maris tried to check his swing and held up, and he's got a big grin on his face now. But he held up so shortly that he sat down on the ground. And while he was sitting down, he was talking with Flaherty. But now he's grinning. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 pitch, and that one almost hit Maris, and this time he falls down. And it's 3-1. And Maris takes a long, hard look out at Fred Green. 3-1 the count. Three-one pitch. High and whoop! It looked like Flaherty started to put the right hand up for a strike and then went to itch his ear. And Maris goes to first base. That's the 3rd walk for Maris. That's getting a little late in the day, and I'm getting silly, but to me it looked like Flaherty started to call a strike. And then saw Maris running to first, and he said, well, let him go. He had a tough time at the plate that time. Here's Jack Reed. First time at bat. Swings and pops it up to the right side. Chuck Cartier and Dale Long there. Long calling for it, and Long takes it for the 3rd out. For the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th inning, no runs, no hits, no Senator errors, 1 man left. And at the end of 8 full innings, it's the Yankees 8, the Senators nothing. Take a last look at the scoreboard. In the American League, the Red Sox beat the White Sox 3-2. Conley the winner, Pizarro the loser, carry on homered in the 4th. In the second game, it's the White Sox 5, the Red Sox nothing at the end of 8 1/2. Lown against Stallard. Los Angeles came up with 6 in the bottom of the 5th and lead Baltimore 13-7. Hall against Spring. Brooks Robinson homered in the 3rd with the bases loaded. Cleveland beat Kansas City 5-1. Grant the winner, Bass the loser. Kirkland homered with 2 on. Minnesota beat Detroit 10-7. Moore the winner, Aguirre the loser. Bruton homered with 1 on. Versailles with 2 on, and Allen in the 9th with 2 on. The National League, the Mets won the first game of a doubleheader 7-5. Anderson in relief the winner, Bolson in relief the loser, and the second game has been postponed because of the curfew. Los Angeles at Pittsburgh postponed rain. The Giants beat the Cubs 7-3. Odell all the way the winner. Buell the loser. Willie Mays got his 10th of the year with 1 on in the first, Keane in the 3rd. Cincinnati beat the Cardinals 5-4. Sisler the winner, Ferretti the loser. Coleman homered in the 6th. Second game is 0-0 at the end of 3 1/2. Gibson against Grabowski. Milwaukee beat Houston in the first game 3-2. Spahn the winner, won his 312th of his career. Golden the loser. Mejia homered in the 3rd with 1 on. Brown in the 7th for Houston. Crandall in the 4th with nobody on for Milwaukee. Houston leads Milwaukee 8-1 at the end of 8 innings of the second game. Farrell for Houston. Cleninger in there now for Milwaukee. Mejia has had 2 homers, 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 8th with 2 on, and Locker had 1 in the 3rd. All right, this is at the top of the 9th. Bob Schmidt swings and lines one to left field, and that one drops in for a base hit. Schmidt has hit the ball hard 3 times. Lopez making 2 fine plays on him. This time he drops one in front of Lopez for a single. And that's the 6th hit off Jim Bouton. Brings up Chuck Cartier, who's 0 for 3. Pops to first, bounce to short, pops to second. Pitch to Cartier, foul back on the screen, out of play. Gene Woodling is on deck. Woodling pinch hit in the first game in the 8th inning and hit a home run that tied up the game. One strike on Chuck Cartier. Curve is high, ball 1-1-1. Bob Schmidt at first. Fastball is popped in the air. Tom Tresh, the shortstop, moves back under it and takes it for the first out. That's one away, and here comes Gene Woodling. Woodling is batting for Green. On deck, Jimmy Pearsall. One away. Schmidt at first. Yankees leading 8-0. The stretch and the pitch to Woodling is a curve over, strike one call. Woodling likes to take that first pitch, get a look at one ball, even when he's playing in the game regularly, and especially when he's pinch hitting. Very close stance, feet close together, and close to the plate. Severe crouch. Another curve. This one's outside 1-1. Fastball is lined to right center field and in there for a base hit. Maris backhands the ball. Schmidt is going to third base, and Woodling comes through with another pinch hit. This one a line single to deep right center field. That's the seventh hit off Bouton, and here's Jimmy Pearsall. Pearsall's had a perfect day in the second game. A single and 3 walks. The Yankees leading 8-0 with one away. Bouton in his first major league start. And Bob Schmidt is the first man to reach third base in this ball game against Bouton. The infield in double play depth. The stretch, the pitch to Pearsall. A foul down the right field line. And I said foul a little too early. That ball was almost there. Looked like it was going to go way foul, and just did go foul down the corner. One strike on Pearsall. On deck, Danny O'Connell. The stretch and the pitch. A curve popped in the air to right field. Schmidt is tagging up. Maris is under it. He makes the catch, and his throw comes into the plate, and Schmidt holds up. And what a throw Maris made. Maris was deep in right field. Schmidt, notoriously slow on his feet, was held at third base. And so Bouton still has a chance for the shutout with 2 away now. And the batter, Danny O'Connell, who hit into a double play, singled, bounced to the box, and struck out. Maris made an excellent throw from deep right field. One hop right to Howard. 2 out, 2 on. The pitch to Danny O'Connell is a curve low, ball 1. Fastball swung and missed, strike 1. And Bouton had a little bit of mustard on that fastball. Here's the stretch. Fastball is over, strike 2, just above the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bouton's taking plenty of time. Takes a couple of deep breaths. Woodling at first, Schmidt at third. Here's the pitch. Curve, popped in the air to short center field. Jack Reed is coming in. He's under it. and takes it for the out, and Bouton gets the shutout. For the Senators, in the top of the ninth, no runs on 2 hits, no Yankee errors, and 2 men left. And the Yankees win the second game 8-0. Well, that wraps it up for today. The Senators won the first game 4-2. The Yankees won the second one 8-0. Right now, how about lighting up a Salem while we get the total? Totals in the second ball game for the Yankees: 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Senators, no runs, 7 hits and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Jim Bouton, who has won 1 and lost none. The loser, Pete Burnside, who has won 2 and lost 2. In the first game, as we told you, the Senators won it 4-2. When Gene Woodling hit a pinch hit home run in the 8th inning, then a double by Pearsall, 2 sacrifices, an error, and a sacrifice fly, and the Senators won the ball game. In that ball game, Mantle had a home run with a man on to drive in the only 2 Yankee runs. In the second ball game, the Senators were shut out. And for the Yankees, Mantle had 2 homers to drive in 3 more runs. Maris had a home run to drive in 2. And Tom Tresh with 2 singles drove in 3 runs. So young Jim Bouton, his first major league start, comes through with a shutout. A big win for Bouton and a big lift for the Yankee pitching staff.
Well, that winds up another Yankee baseball broadcast.